Hello, friends. Oh, wait, so wait for everyone to hop on and then we'll get started. Let me get organized. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and post the shopping link right here in the comments. So this is where you can find all of the makeup and the skincare. Not showing that much skincare today, but basically everything is gonna be available there. Hello, hi guys. So if you are looking for where to shop or place your order, make sure you do it right there. RheaHopeBeauty.com is my website, and then everything, as I always tell you guys, has a love guarantee. So if you need to return anything for any reason, you can, no problem. So we'll go ahead and get started. Hi guys, how are we? Let me pin up my hair. Hello, hi. All right, so go ahead and pin up my hair and then we'll get started. So I actually have a really fun, thank you, Arlene. I have a really fun live scheduled at 1 o'clock today with Launge. So if you are unfamiliar with Launge, what they are is they're a hair company. They sell like hot tools and products and stuff. I'm actually going to be demoing one of their brand new tools that launched today. And what's really awesome about when I go live with Launge is they actually do a giveaway while I'm live where they give away a whatever tool I'm using. So I know, isn't it growing so fast? I'm not going to go I get this question a lot. I'm not going any longer than basically where it is. I'm just kind of getting it all even. But anywho, what I was getting at was make sure that you have all of my notifications on so you don't miss out on this live because it's going to be really, really fun. All you have to do is up here, see those 3 little dots? Click those dots and then you see the option that says turn on live notifications. Make sure you do that. And then the bottom left-hand corner, make sure that you click the share button and share it to your page. So that way Facebook kind of recognizes that we're interacting. Make sure if you haven't yet to like and comment, even if it's just an emoji. Again, that way it kind of tells Facebook hey, I like this girl. I want to see her stuff instead of them just burying my posts. So make sure you do both of those things so that way you don't miss out on my live, which again is going to be live today around 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on this page right here. Any tips to make your hair grow faster? Oh my gosh, Kayla. Yes, girl. I have the best regimen. All you have to do is comment hair growth right here in the comments and I will message you my hair growth regimen. Yes, the Biotin gummies by Launge are definitely part of my regimen, but it's also other products too. So make sure that you comment hair growth if you want my regimen. All right, so what I'm doing right now is I'm going in with the Liquid Touch foundation in the shade Lace, and I'm popping this all over. And I always tell you guys about this coverage. I just love it so much because it's so easy and light and buildable. So if you're not super into full coverage makeup, you can still utilize this and get that really soft everyday coverage. Or if you love full coverage, you can build it up to be that. I also love that it has an ingredient in it that actually helps to produce collagen in your skin, which will actually help you to age backwards, which yes, please. And then also it goes on as a liquid and then kind of sets into a powdery finish. Not so much where it feels dry or looks powdery, but it dries into that powder finish. So you don't necessarily have to set it if you have more normal to dry skin. All right, so I'm going to use now my fingers, just pop a little bit all over with that and go in with my blending buds. So the blending buds are damp. I always use these and I always rave about how important they are, especially if you want your makeup to look super soft and full coverage. If you have large pores, fine lines, dry patches, all of those struggles with makeup will be solved pretty much with these blending buds, which again, you get 2 of them when you buy them, the large and the small. And we're just going to apply this all over. And then also, if you guys need to be color matched for any of the coverage, for any of the makeup that I'm using, all you have to do is comment color match in the comments and I will private message you. You just want to make sure that you check your inbox, which is here obviously on Facebook. And so you don't miss out on our combo. All right, so now that I've kind of like fine-tuned that foundation, look how beautiful that is. Isn't that so nice? Liquid Touch foundation in the shade Lace, and it is just so dang soft all over your skin. How does your foundation work for over 50? Amazing. I actually did my mom's makeup who's in her late 50s. I've done her makeup quite a few times here on Facebook, where I use the same products and the same routine on her as well. So if you want to see that, be sure to check out those videos here again on my Facebook page under Rhea Hope. All right, so now I'm going to use my concealer and pop this all over. This concealer is the best because it actually has caffeine infused in it, so it gives you like an instant eye lift while you're applying it, which again, yes please. Also is super opaque, meaning you cannot see through it. It is so full coverage. I cannot get enough how great this concealer is. All right, so now we're using the smaller blending bud to really blend that out. Now you can see just how soft it makes your under eyes look, which we all could use that. It was funny, I was actually talking to my neighbor who purchased the concealer for the first time the other day, and she said that her daughter was like, "You look different, Mommy. Your under eyes look shiny and smooth." I was like, that's the perfect compliment for the concealer. So honestly, if you want your under eyes to look shiny and smooth, make sure to grab this concealer, which again is called the Skin Solution Concealer. I used it in the shade Organza. All right, so I'm going to actually take a stick foundation, the stick foundation, in the shade Chenille, and we're going to pop this on our hollow of our cheek. Now, this is actually one of my favorite ways to contour because it's just so soft looking and just so easy. So we're going to take the fat end of the blending bud and just kind of bounce this off of that area, and this is going to blend it out. So again, if you have dry skin or if you have a lot of fine lines and wrinkles and you find that powders tend to accentuate that, this is a perfect way to be able to contour without having to deal with any powders. So again, see how it really just kind of like tapers in your face, warms up your complexion, and really kind of shows off your cheek structure. So you don't necessarily have to do a powder to get that, to achieve that. You can set it, however. I have naturally really oily skin, not really oily, more like normal to oily, so I need to set mine really well, but I'm going to show you how to do that now. But I wanted to show you guys another option for contouring if you don't want to use a powder, which again, that was the stick foundation in the shade Chenille. And again, everything I'm using is available right here, RheaHopeBeauty.com. And everything has a love it guarantee. If you need any recommendations or help picking out your products, just comment color match in the comments. All right, so now I'm going to use my Touch Behold translucent setting powder. Like I had said, I have more oily prone skin, so I want to make sure to set my makeup really well so nothing moves around throughout the day. So this product is really great for oily skin and for setting your products, especially if you live somewhere where it's really humid, or you're going through menopause and hot flashes, or you work in a kitchen. Like, there's so many different reasons to use this, to be honest, but those are the main ones. But if you're like, nope, have dry skin, you can still utilize this product. You're just going to want to use less of it, basically, and use a brush similar to this, tap it in the product, and then you'll just tap on to set those areas, as opposed to using it in a baking technique, which is what I'm doing right now. So now I'm going to use my fan brush and just sweep away any excess. And I only use this where I need it. So I only get normally kind of oily just in the T-zone. So that's where I used it. My necklaces are from Amazon, which you can message me and I'll give you the link to them. Or you can head over to Instagram. I'm going to do a full outfit details over there today too. All right, so now I'm using my pressed powder in the shade Satin on top of a big giant kabuki brush. Now this is the same kind of idea as the setting powder, except this is going to provide a little bit extra coverage because it is like a colored pressed powder. So I'm using it in the shade Satin, which is like the most neutral, beautiful color ever. It's my favorite. And I'm going to apply this all over, and like I said, that's just going to make everything look super duper smooth. So if you have normal to dry skin or oily skin, the pressed powders are seriously incredible, especially if you are older and you're worried about powders accentuating your fine lines and wrinkles. This pressed powder, you guys, I cannot stop singing its praises. I've been Impressed with it for going on 5 years, which is insane. It is so silky soft. They literally nailed the formula. It is so good. Which again, if you need to be color matched, just comment color match in the comments. And they also do ship to England, Sam. They ship all over the world. And you can shop on my website, RheaHopeBeauty.com, no matter where you live. All you have to do is scroll to the very bottom of my website and change the American flag to whatever flag of your country, and it changes into your currency and your language. Yes, satin is super close to poplin and the shade taffeta. Like both of those, if you're those, you'll want to use the shade satin. So Caitlin, I talk about this quite a bit, why I use different colors of foundations during my makeup tutorial. So I like to compare it to like, how do I want to explain it? So kind of like, it's kind of funny because I was talking to my daughter about this the other day. We were talking about what colors equal what. She was like, well, what if we put pink and red together? What color does that make? If I put green and yellow together, what color does that make? Which, by the way, when a kid is asking you that on the fly, you're like, But the same exact idea for makeup. Whatever your color is, you sometimes, most of the time, need to mix colors to equal your color. We are so many different ethnicities. I am Irish, I am Indian, I am German, I am Norwegian. All of those equal my exact skin tone, right? Skin type, skin tone, undertones. I'm not gonna be a cookie cutter perfect lace. Sometimes you are. Great. You're the, whatever it's called, you're the exception. You're not the rule. So most people need one color foundation, one color concealer, one color pressed powder to equal a perfect match. And that is totally normal. That is more normal than you being one color in everything. This is perfect. It's going to match you exactly. So a lot of the times, almost every time when I give you a full recommendation, I give you not options, I give you a whole regimen. I tell you this color foundation, this color concealer, this color pressed powder. Now, if you only buy just the foundation and you put it on and you're like, Rhea, this does not match. I know it doesn't match because I told you to mix it with these so we get the perfect match. So I understand that sometimes it's hard to get your makeup all together, and I didn't either. I bought one thing at a time, I used it with what I had, and then I bought the next thing. And I slowly worked up to have my full makeup regimen, and now it's incredible because not only am I shopping at one place, not Sephora and Walmart and Target and this place and that place and Ulta and all these shipping charges and having to go out, but all in one place, and you have someone like me to help you pick out your products and tell you what colors match with what and what works with what and how to achieve this makeup look and how to achieve this on the go or full coverage or whatever with products that you just purchased. But it also lasts for so long. I'm telling you guys, this one concealer will last me almost 2 years with almost everyday use. Like I'm telling you, these products last forever. So it's really just one big oomph of a order. Just don't tell your husband. And one big and then it's just little purchases here and there. So it's just a band-aid. Got rip it off. Perfect. I'll message you for your color match. All right, so now for setting our contour and contouring the rest of our face. I'm going to use the Mineral Touch Pressed Powder, and this is in the shade Chenille, which is an older color. If you're a similar complexion than I am, you'll use the shade Voile. So a contour color is going to be something darker, a few shades darker than your skin tone, and is going to be really important with making your makeup match really well and just look overall softer in your skin. When we tend to use foundations and concealers and powders and things, we tend to lose that natural, God-given, sun-kissed look of our skin, where we have things that are on our skin that's darker, lighter, just from being out in the sun. So when we contour, we're kind of giving that sun-kissed look back to our skin and really just accentuating our fine lines, accentuating our cheek structure, our bone structure, so we don't look so washed out and blah. So contouring really does a lot, and it doesn't need to be like full glam kind of feel of it. It can be something that's more on the lighter side. So I'm using the tapered blusher brush with this, and I always tell you guys this is such an important step with your contouring. This brush, I'm telling you guys, does all the work for you. It is so incredible. It's a perfect amount of fluff, perfect amount of tapered. It's so important. Not blending in my skin, so exfoliating is going to be really important. especially if you find that your makeup's just not sitting correctly. A lot of times we have a lot of dead skin sitting on our face that we have no idea that's even there. So exfoliating, my favorite way to do so is using the exfoliating face mask by Younique. And I'll use that 2, sometimes 3 times a week with my Cora 3 facial brush from Fancy, which I have skincare tutorial showing you how to do that. All right, so we're going to use a little bit of blush. So I'm going to use the shade Seductive, and this is actually one of my favorite colors if I'm going for more of a soft, subtle matte look. Since I'm doing such a bold lip look today, I want my face to kind of look softer and not be the star of the show. So we're going to use a really soft matte blush, which again is the shade Seductive. I'm going to add a little bit of a glow because that always looks really nice on your skin. And we're going to use the Touch of Mode Luminizer in the shade Pearly for this. And pop this all over. And this will just give you that really pretty dewy finish look. Becky, I would highly recommend to make sure you're exfoliating a couple times a week. And then I always tell you guys how important using the pre-makeup routine is, which is setting spray, primer, setting spray. And I have that tutorial saved as well here on my Facebook and my YouTube channel and my Instagram, how to do that contour look, or I'm sorry, how to do that pre-makeup routine. Which again, so I basically would just wash my face in the morning. I use my Younique eye cream. I let that settle on my under eyes, and then I go in with my rose water for my moisture. And then I'll do my setting spray, apply that all over, let it dry, and then go in with my mattifying face primer. I apply that all over my skin, and I let it set for like 3 to 5 minutes, and then I go in again with the setting spray. So setting spray, primer, setting spray is the main idea, but if you're not doing that routine, I promise you, you are going to see a big difference in how your makeup looks when you do. Which again, that is Touch Bold setting spray and mattifying face primer, setting spray. And both of those are right here on my website, RheaHopeBeauty.com. And like I said, everything has a love it guarantee, which I love that. Okay, so now we're going in with our brow pencil in the shade Medium. And I'm just kind of lining my brows with this. Over drawing here on the end. And I use the Esteem Lash Serum on my eyebrows every single night before bed. And it's actually helped them to grow so much longer and like fuller. Which you can actually get all of the lash products on sale in the bundle. Make sure they're even-ish. People on these launch lives love to judge your eyebrows for some reason. Who cares about the hair? Let's leave your brows. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just comb through. Okay, so brow pencil in Medium, the best. And then going to use my eye cream morning and night. Yes, absolutely. That's the way you're supposed to use it, Jody. Morning and nighttime. All right, I'm going to use my eyeliner in the shade Perfect. And I love doing this before I do my eyeshadow because this just helps it to kind of blend out before we're finished. And this is my favorite eyeliner. It's only $15. Stays where you put it. Doesn't like build up in your tear ducts or whatever. Okay, so now we're going to do our eyes really quickly. I'm going to do the Addiction Palette 6. Sorry, my nose is like all runny. Okay. Sorry, gross. Okay. So, what am I going to use? Okay, so we're going to start with the Addiction Palette 6, and I'm going to go ahead and start with my fluffy crease brush. We're going to do kind of like a softer, kind of like a smokier eye. We'll see how it turns out, to be honest, but we're going to use the shade Enthralled first from the Addiction Palette 6. If you are looking for like one palette that looks incredible no matter what you do, whether you want something that's more daytime to nighttime, you want something that's super easy, this palette is the best. It's packed with neutrals, the browns, the golds, the purples, You have matte colors, you have champagne colors, so many different options that are perfect for taking a look from daytime to nighttime. So cannot recommend this palette enough, especially if you are balling on a budget and you're like, okay, I can only afford one eyeshadow palette to do everything. Addiction Palette 6 is the one you should grab. And then also it is on sale under the February special. So if you grab it in the February special, you get any eyeshadow palette that you want. Plus, you get any eyeshadow brush or eyeliner. Highly recommend this one that I'm using. This is called the Fluffy Crease Brush. I always have said this about this brush. I always thought blending your eyeshadow out was so difficult until I got this brush. It's a perfect amount of tapered and fluff. It's seriously perfection. Cannot recommend this one enough. Yes, Voile is the pressed powder I would recommend for contouring. And then make sure that when you are shopping for any makeup, you go right here on my website, RheaHopeBeauty.com. Cannot thank you guys enough for supporting me and my business by shopping there. All right, so I'm taking the shade Enthralled, which is just like a light chocolate brown, and I'm just slowly working this into the crease. A little tip for you guys, if you have hooded eyes, is apply your eyeshadow actually with your eyes open. It'll help to kind of push your pencil up to make it look you can see what's going on when you have your eyes open. Okay, so we're gonna just continue to blend until I feel like that looks really good. Okay, so once we have the crease done, now I'm actually going to change up brushes. I'm gonna grab this liner shader side. I'm gonna grab the angled side and grab the shade Ostentatious, which is just like a darker brown. And I'm gonna line my eyes with this, just to give it more of that like finished kind of cohesive look. All right, same thing on the other side. And this is actually a really good kind of trick for you guys if you are wanting that like sultry look without having to use an eyeliner, if you're worried about it smudging or smearing or anything. Doing it with powder always helps. All right, so now that we've kind of like lined underneath, now I'm going to take the the other side, which is similar to the Deluxe brush, and I'm going to take the shade Enthralled and really swipe that on to get that product really kind of heavily on this brush. And now I'm going to just kind of press this using a light hand and then working up to a heavier hand on my eyelid. Just like so. All right, same thing on this side. So using a lighter hand and then going heavier as we go with the color. Which again, I'm using the Addiction Palette 6, which is on sale in the February special. Yes, same color I used in the crease, exactly. Okay, and now I'm going to go back in with the crease brush and take the shade Enthralled again, which is the same color we've been using this whole time, and use this to really blend that out. Okay, now I'm going to take a empty brush. This is called the blending brush from Younique, and there's nothing on it. And I'll just kind of swirl this along the outer corner. Just make everything look really soft. And then now I'm going to take the crease brush and we're going to take the shade Lofty, which is this really pretty champagne. And I'm going to pop this on the inner corner of my eye just to give it more of that like illumination effect. Just like that. Perfect. Talk about an eye look that really makes your blue eyes pop. All right. Now I always take an empty brush and just sweep away any powder that may have fallen. And then also another trick too, if you ever get eyeshadow where it shouldn't be, take your blending bud and just very briskly bounce this off your under eye, and it will just pick up any eyeshadow that may have fallen and just kind of soften that up too. So that's the eye look. Very pretty soft. Now I'm going to set my makeup, which I've talked to you guys how important setting spray is. My fan has seen better days. Let's see if I can get it to work. I ordered a new one. Hopefully it should be here today. Good old paper fans. All right, so setting spray is super important because it's going to add moisture into your foundations, which help them to look more natural and softer in your skin. It's also going to help to prevent any makeup from transferring. And like I had said before, the setting spray before and after your primer is a huge game changer as far as getting your makeup to really last and look super, super soft all day long. So cannot recommend the setting spray enough. All right, so now that we have our eyes done, our makeup set, now I'm going to do my lashes and my lips. So I'm going to start with my lashes. And the reason that I always set my makeup before I do my mascara is I don't like when my mascara gets even more wet after I spray it with setting spray. So it's just like kind of an easy way, easy little trick to prevent any transferring of your mascara. So I'm going to start first off with the lash primer, which is another really great way of keeping your lashes in place. It also is super hydrating for your lashes and gives them really great length. And then now I'm going to go in with the Twisted mascara. This is hands down my favorite mascara I've ever used, not just with Younique, but like ever. It has biotin, argan oil, and keratin infused in it, so it actually helps your lashes to grow while you're wearing it. And it has a really intentional little bristles here on this bigger one that give you the best separation and length. Now, like I said, you can get any 3 lash products on sale, 20% off, plus you'll get the free lash curler underneath the lash bundle on my website, RheaHopeBeauty.com. So if you've been looking to try any of the lash products like the Esteem Lash Serum that I told you guys about, that gives you the best length. I have hair in my mouth. That's gross. The lash primer, the Twisted mascara, and the Lash Esteem Serum is what I would grab in my own personal bundle. It's actually what I did grab because I really wanted that lash curler. It looks so cool. Just like a sleek black one. So if you have been wanting to try this makeup brand, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, that makeup bundle is the best because you get 1, lash products. Everybody loves lash products. 2, you get the free lash curler and you save 20%. So again, you can find that on my website, RheaHopeBeauty.com. And then look for the black bar at the top and it'll say lash bundle. All right, so now I'm going to switch it up and grab the smaller wand that comes with this, which again, another reason I love this mascara, has this dual wand in it. So the smaller wand is seriously perfection for getting these harder to reach lashes and also to kind of like fine tune your top lashes too. But if you have like really small eyelashes or you're just in the process of growing them out, this is the perfect wand to be able to use to put on your mascara as well, especially if you have or if you struggle with getting mascara like everywhere while you're applying it. That's my mom. Every time she puts on her mascara, I'm like, what did you just do? She's like, I'm going to clean it up with a Q-tip. I'm like, don't do that. Use the smaller one. And it's been like a game changer for her. Okay, so fine. Oops, sorry. My Wi-Fi like dipped. Love the small wand. Who knew? I love that. Okay, so now we're going to go in with a 4D mascara. And I'm going to do one quick coat of this on top. Talk about a little zhuzh to your lashes. This has the fibers infused in it. It just gives your length and the volume. Sorry, Wi-Fi again. All right, lashes are on. And now we're going to go ahead and do our lips. I'm going to go off the Wi-Fi really fast. Hold on. Sorry, the Wi-Fi kept dropping. Are there, yes, clear quartz little beads. These are from Bombshell Beads. You can use my code Rhea20 on her, or Rhea20, I believe, on her website. Okay, so now, let me kind of fix my hair a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and go in with a lip liner in the shade Perky. So we're going to do a really fun bold lip today. Let me line my lips with this. These lip liners are seriously the best because they're only $15. They glide on, they stay in place. They're incredible. a little difficult to talk while I do this part. Okay. All right, lip liner is on, which again, that was the shade Perky. And now we're gonna use the matte lipstick in the shade Flaunty, same color as our lip liner. How fun is that? Isn't that such a gorgeous lip? I love it. If you love hot pink, you'll love this color. It's so pretty. But I love our new matte lipsticks because they're super creamy. They don't feel like you have like a ton of lipstick on your lips. It doesn't feel suffocated or like you have all this junk on there. It's very, very lightweight. And they're amazing at like how long they last throughout the day. There's also super like nude colors like the shade Easy Street and Uppity, but this one and the shade Wealthy are like the brighter, louder colors, but there's lots of options as far as lighter or more loud colors. So if you need any help picking out your products, make sure to comment color match in the comments so I can private message you, and make sure that you're shopping right here. RheaHopeBeauty.com is where you can find all the makeup I just used, and I will see you guys in about an hour and 10 minutes here on Facebook Live to do a hair tutorial with Lange, where there will be giving away what special tool that is brand new that I'll be using today. So I will see you back here. Make sure to turn on my live notifications, those 3 little dots up there. Click the share button down here in the bottom left-hand corner so that way you don't miss out on any future lives. And make sure to also follow me over on Instagram. My name there is Rhea Hope, and I will be giving you guys full outfit details and lots more in my stories today, which all you have to do is go to Instagram, click on my profile picture, and the stories will start to play. So I'll see you guys over on Instagram, and I'll see you at 1. Bye.